At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. George Pickens, his intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Hey, Ken. Punch right.
Here's Fields. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I almost see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the give, this is their fullback. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Steeler defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early, chip away at their timing.
2nd down and 8. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. In motion goes the tight end. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal.
Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Second and 5.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC.
And this throw will be intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Now Fields. And he fires one incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Fields. And this one is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Here we go, son. You got a mini base. Sit high.
Here's Fields. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Go.
They'll try the middle with Garindo.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Hey, don't jump. Ready? Hey, Ken. Alpha. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
Now it's Fields. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And that will be incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now back to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Christian Watson, 45 yards. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Here we go.
Fields. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Flushed out right. That's complete to Palmer. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Fields going to change things up here. On the give, it's Garindo. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Go.
Looking to throw. Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A play fake, now Cunningham. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here. And they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Ross. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the 2nd.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Don't jump. Ready?
Here is 3rd and 5.
Out, let's go. Set.
Here's Fields. Able to find the That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw here. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Black Knights will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Here we go, son. Go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Right back to him on 1st down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the right side with Stewart. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Handoff here, Guerrero. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A short throw to Musgrave. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Fields going to move him around.
West right, sit. Hey, never mind, Monday. Extend. Right.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. Right.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it.
Breaks a tackle. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Good. Sit high.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On play action, Fields.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here we go, son. Go.
Now Fields.
Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Guerrero on 1st down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
To throw is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Let's go.
2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Eat you. Yes. Right.
Here's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He'll drop to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They begin on the ground with Guerrero. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. 35 yards that time on the punt. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Well, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3 quarters have come and gone. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7.
Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly. Now it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Back to throw. Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Go.
Fields now to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Luke Musgrave with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Able to slither by. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. And he's got this one complete to Stewart. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well. And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right? A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. Third and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 14. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. from the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Black Knights are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Another try for Garendo.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1.
On the ground with a tight end. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
Here it is. 4th and inches.
Here we go.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw, got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Here we go.
All eyes on Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Right. Delta. Hey, Ken. Hey, can. Punch right. Sit high.
Now Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Don't jump. Ready? Sit high.
On the ground, here's Garindo.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, they'll run it here.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6. They'll run with Garindo.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And the Steelers have won the game.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Pittsburgh,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire